Chalo, sir. So again, very good evening to everyone, and I welcome you all to Oliveboard. So, very good evening, and let us start with the session for today. It's a little late than the usual, but again, we can manage for a week, right? So, so today, last couple of weeks we were doing what we were actually. I was analyzing kind of a chapter at like per week. So what topics or what subtopics to go through, and I was kind of deeply analyzing those. So this week we will be analyzing the chapter for this week will be percentage. Now one of the, again, let me, before I even start with this week's chapter, let me just say this. Percentage is one of the mother chapters. Now what is a mother chapter, or why I'm calling percentage a mother chapter? Sir, there are actually, according to me, if you ask me, there are two mother chapters mainly. Some say three, but again, I feel two is enough. Sir, one is percentage, which we'll be doing this week or today. Another will be ratio. Why is that? Please understand, these two concepts, all the other chapters of arithmetic is dependent on these two concepts mainly. Let's say you take profit and loss. Sir, percentage profit, percentage loss. Percentage profit, you see, in the name itself, we are taking percentage. So ratio based chapters, so time, speed, distance, time and work, all those chapters, partnership, all those chapters are based on ratio. So these two are mother chapters because these concepts will be required for other chapters as well. So my first and foremost advice will definitely be, if you are preparing, if you guys are preparing, like whenever you are going through these chapters, if you ask me, these two should be your first two chapters when you start preparing for arithmetic. First couple of chapters are these two. And one most important thing, you understand very well the interrelation between percentage and ratio. How to go from here to here and how to go from here to here. The vice versa thing, both are very important. Not only for this chapter, but for your entire arithmetic section. Perfect. Now, with that being said, sir, percentage subtopics. Again, sir, when we talk about only percentage, you can expect somewhere around 1 to 2 questions per shift in prelims or tier 1. And similar numbers in mains as well. Similar number in mains. Now, mains may set the number is generally 1. Why? Because they combine the percentage concept with some other chapter. Because they are mother chapters. So they can combine the concept, a little kind of complicated concept, with some other chapter as well. So please understand, whenever, again I'm repeating myself, whenever you are learning or whenever you are doing these two chapters, do not have the mindset of only doing percentage or only doing ratio. Please understand, these two chapters will be your, like, if these two chapters are strong, your arithmetic is strong. If there is some problem in these two chapters, conceptual problems, then it will be really difficult for you to become very good in like arithmetic. So again, if you have any doubts, please, like, in from whichever source you are preparing, clarify that from that faculty or anyone. Okay. Now, with that being said, sir, subtopics, important subtopics. But before that, if you want to join the Telegram, this is the QR code. You guys can scan and you guys can download it as well. It will be there in the notes. Now, subtopics, sir, the important ones, I have categorically included 12 subtopics, which I feel everyone should go through very well. Now, as I have included a lot, the font sizes are a little too low, I know. If anyone can't see anything, please tell me. I will definitely help you guys by reading it, because there was no other option of like increasing the font size. Otherwise, it would have been it would have been really difficult for me to fit all these in one page. Now, so first topic or first, where should you start? You should definitely start from basics. Definitely for any chapter, basic concept should be clear. Basic concepts means percentage to fraction. First things first, percentage to fraction, like kind of complicated fractions. Meaning, sir, if I say 3 by 8, you should not take time to say, "Arey, sir, this is 37.5%." It should be clear to you as soon as possible. So the complex like fractions also, you should have very good idea. And also apart from that, percentage change concept, meaning more than type or less than type, percentage change, sir. A salary is 10% more than B salary. This type of questions, anything with that type or that line of like logic, it should be clear. Third one, sir, again one of the most important, and again this is a topic or subtopic which is definitely kind of a like intersection between percentage chapter as well as ratio chapter. This subtopic will again come in ratio. You will see this will be included in my slides or in of ratio as well. Income expenditure. Now from percentage, you generally get two types of income expenditure questions. One is based on spendings. A spends 30% of his income on rent, 20% of the remaining income on food, 30% of the remaining on entertainment and stuff, and left with this much. Tell me his income. These type of questions, very basic questions, but again, you should prepare for this. Next one, sir. One of the most important types, that is consumption based questions. Again, two types you need to do. One is based on, sir, how to, like if, sir, price goes up or down, what will be the change in consumption if expenditure is constant, if expenditure is also changing. That is one type. Like actually that is like two types itself. Another is that a price hike of like price decrease of 20% enables a person to buy 5 kg more like for the same amount. What was the new price or old price or whatever. Perfect. So these types, so two types of questions on consumption, both should be clear. Generally, the first one is more common, second one is a little too uncommon. But again, it can get asked, it has been asked multiple times, it can get asked anytime in any shift. Now, number-based questions, again, these are considered to be very easy. Number-based questions, generally they are very simple. So, like we'll do a couple of questions today also, don't worry. Now, the most important thing comes the next. That is successive change or AB theorem. If you ask me, the most important theorem of the entire arithmetic. Because AB theorem can be used in multiple chapters. This has multi-chapter application. Meaning, sir, you can use it in percentage, in compound interest, in profit and loss, in mensuration. You name it, you can use it. So again, who knows, the person or the student who knows how to use AB theorem properly in different scenarios, that person will be able to kind of solve like a real number of questions very like quickly. Next, sir, examination based. Sir, examination, I am kind of going for the passing marks type here, not the other type. There is another type which we'll discuss in this set theory based. This is also one of examination. Sometimes they like people get confused. Set theory is different. Examination is always passing marks. So almost every year in couple of shifts you get a question from here. So again, very important. Set theory, as I have taken this the name, let me just say this. So this is based on simple Venn diagrams of two variables. Generally in CGL or any other exam, you don't really get more than two. But again, to be on the safe side, I will really ask you or request you to at least go till three variables. At least have the idea or at least solve a few questions of three variables as well to be on the safe side if they go mad. Okay? Now comes election based. Again, every year you will at least have 5 shifts in prelims which will have a election based questions. Which will have a election based question 100%. So mensuration based, again I told you mensuration based means an extension of this AB theorem only, successive change. Now again, how to use that? You need to have a very clear cut idea. Now population based is the next one. So population based questions, again, there are two types of solutions. Either you can go by AB theorem again, or you can go by normal percentage change, which is this type. But when to use what? For that, you need clear-cut understanding which, like in which scenario, AB theorem is more fruitful, and in which scenario this more normal calculation is more fruitful. You have to have a clear-cut idea about those, and that you will only get when you have solved a few questions of this type. Next, last but not the least, is x into y equal to z base, meaning one variable into another variable equal to another, like the third variable. This is nothing but concept of compound ratios. So anything of this type. So price of the ticket goes down by 10%. As a result, ticket sales goes up by 20%. What is the change in revenue? So price into number of tickets sold, like tickets sold, is equal to revenue. X into Y is equal to Z. That type of questions. Now again, someone will argue, sir, consumption based questions is also one of these type only, X into Y equal to Z, honestly speaking. So these are 12 subtypes which I feel is most important, and if you have solved all these 12, you are more than covered in my eyes. From percentage, if your answer, if I ask you, sir, can you solve any questions if I ask you anything from these 12 subtypes? If your answer is yes, I feel you are like kind of covered for CGL, NTPC, CHSL, MTS, any exam. Because these are the mota what you will get. Mota, this is what you are going to get, sir. Nothing more, nothing less. Right? Clear everyone, sir? Clear everybody? Now, every week rather, I take 2 sessions. One session I just give you this, and the next session I generally discuss the questions. But again, this week I won't be available tomorrow. So today only I will discuss a few questions with you guys. So let's do a few questions to have some idea. So all these are PYQs from CGL. All these are CGL PYQs, like questions from some are CGL from CGL, some are from NTPC, some are from CHSL as well. CHSL are very rare, one or two most probably. Mostly are CGL and NTPC. So first question right in front of you guys. So let's see how can we solve. Two candidates P and Q contested in an election. First things first, this is an election based question. This is a question which is election based, sir. This is most definitely a election based question, sir. Now, 70% of the registered voters are P supporters. 60% of the P supporters and 30% of the Q supporters are expected to vote for P. Then what is the percentage of registered voter who are expected to vote for candidate P, sir? It is very simple actually. Why? So let's say total there are 100 persons in or 100 registered voters, sir. Now again you'll say, sir, why 100? Why not 100x or x or y or z? Why this? Please understand, here I have a very simple rule. If they have given you percentages, meaning relative term, and they are asking another percentage, which is another relative term, you don't need to take any variable. Simple values will work wonders. So I'm taking simple 100. So out of that, sir, out of that 70%, so P supporter is how many, sir? Sir, 70% means 70. So the other person, so that means that is Q supporter. The remaining will be, sir, Q supporter. So Q supporter will be the remaining 30. Remaining 30 out of 100, 70, 30. Now, sir, 60% of the P supporters have voted for P. 60% of them, 6 sevens are 40 bits, like 42, sir. So 42 people, and out of Q, 30% of Q supporters. 30% of 30 is a 9. So total, how many people has voted for P? 42 here, 9 here. So total 42 plus 9, that means 51 people has voted for P, sir. Now they are asking, what percentage of the total registered voters are expected to vote for candidate P? Sir, 51 people out of 100, they are expected to vote for P. Percentage terms, mein if I give my answer, that percentage will be, sir, option number 2, which is 51%. Option number 2, which is 51%. This is as simple as it can get. Dekho, it's a CGL, most probably CGL 2024 itself. Most probably a question from 24 or 23. Not very old. Not very old, sir. Perfect. Now, sir, this second question, again, sir, election based. But again, a little more traditional. This is a little more traditional if you look at this. I'll give you 30 seconds. Please, everyone, give it a try. Give it a try, sir. Give it a try, sir, please. Sir, in an election between two candidates, 80% of the voters cast their vote, out of which 4% were declared invalid. A candidate got this much votes, which were 80% of the valid votes, sir. Find the total. Sir, understand the election process. This will be true for each and every question. Sir, total voter list are there. There is a voter list. Okay. Out of that voter list, not every person will vote. Few will vote and few will say, vote doesn't matter. Nahi denge vote. So not everybody will vote. So there are certain which we call actual voters or actual votes who will vote. Certain percentage. Now, whoever will actually vote, not every vote is valid. So from there, we will get some valid votes, sir. Sir, we will get some valid votes. We will get some valid votes. And remember, sir, this valid votes always gets distributed between candidates. Ye valid votes always gets distributed among candidates. This is what the algorithm is for any voting process. Now again, if you understand this clearly, you can make the equation in one line, which I'll try to do. Try to understand. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask anytime, anywhere. So total election, so let's say total number of voters, it will be the question. Let's say that was 100x, sir. So 100x into, sir, 80% of them, so this is the total voter list, there are 100x. 80% actually casted their vote. So how many people casted? So 80%, 80 by 100. This is actual voters. Now out of them, not every vote is valid. So valid votes will be what? 4% were invalid. 4% were invalid. So valid votes are 96%. 96 by 100. So this is the valid vote, sir. Now out of these valid votes, the winner got 80%. The winner got 80%. Can I, is it okay if I just write 4 by 5? We'll understand 80%, the fraction form is 4 by 5. That is equal to, sir, given these many votes. Sir, this is my equation in one line. And again, if I was not explaining, I'll not write all this again. So this says definitely 80x. Again, sir, I don't think we can do much here. 1 0 I can cancel. And चलो इसी से cancel करते हैं sir. Let's cancel with this only. 4 अच्छा चलो 4 से ही करते हैं. 4 3s are 12. Sir 4 8s are this, 4 4s are this. Sir 96 है ना sir. This is 4 times. This is 4 times, so 40. So 8 means that this is 5 times. This 5 is also there. So x is how much, sir? 5 into 5, 25. So total voter list had 100x. So 25 into 100. My answer will be 2500. No, sir. This is 250. There was another 0. We missed. We missed this 0. This 1 0 cancelled. Another 0 was there. So my answer will be, sir, 250 into 100. 25000. 25,000. That is my answer, sir. That is my answer. Again, this is also a very recent question, not very old. Between 22 and 25. Now, easier questions. I hope that is clear. The voting based couple of questions we did. I hope that is 100% clear, sir. I hope that is 100% clear. Nobody has any doubts there. Nobody has any doubts there. Now, let's go back to some easier questions. Because in CGL, in CHSL, in NTPC, everywhere, you will also get these type of questions. Number based, very basic concept questions. Sir, 60% of this. Sir, what is the best way of solving? Sir, can you put percentage to fraction 60%? 3 by 5. 40%, 2 by 5. Sir, 32%. You'll say, sir, 32% to nahi pata. No, you guys know. Always remember, I don't know whether you know this or not, but again, if you don't learn this, these two values are very important for you to remember. 4% is 1 by 25 and 5% is 1 by 20. Why? Because most of our values which we'll get, it will be either a multiple of 4 or a 5. Here it's a multiple of 4. This is 8 times 4%. 4% means 1 by 25. Meaning this is 8 by 25. Of a certain amount, let's say that is x, it is equal to 432. So just calculate, sir. Sir, 8 से ही कर देते. Sir, 5 8s are 40 and sir 4 8s are this. Sir, 3 2s are 6, 6 9s are this. So x will be, this is 625 into 9, sir. Into sir 9. कैसे करेंगे? 625 into 10 is 6250. Sorry. Minus 625. So this is 25. This is 7. 5. This is 5. गलत कर दिया ना हमने? अरे गलत. Just a second. हमने गलत किया है सर. गलत किया है कुछ. 5 हाँ सर. 3 here. So 2 here. And this is 62 minus 6 is how much? वो देखो क्या कर दिए थे हम. 58 sir. Sorry 56 sir. 56 sir. 5625 है क्या? Option number 3 sir. Option number 3 sir. Option number 3 is most definitely your correct answer, sir. Clear, everyone? Absolutely clear, sir. Absolutely clear, I hope. Chalo, let's move on. Sir, again a question. Simple question, number-based question. This one. Sir, 40%. Again, here we will not even write anything. Of A minus B given is equal to 20% of A plus B. Sir, if you can simply solve percentage 40 22 of also you cancel. So 2A minus 2B is equal to A plus B. So A equal to 3B. So B is what percentage of A? B is what percentage of A, sir? So B is A divided by 3. 1/3 meaning, sir, 33.33%. 33.33% means 100 divided by 3%. So the value was given in, so they didn't even want us to calculate this much. इतना भी नहीं चाहिए था, 100 by 3 कर दो. Clear everyone? Everybody once again 100% clear? 100% clear, sir? चलो again. This question CGL में आया हुआ question, last year only, last to last year, sorry. Two numbers A and B, 15% and 32% less than a third number C, sir. Sir, both these numbers are related to this third number. So let's assume the third number to be 100. Again, you will say, why not 100x, 100y? Sir, I just told you. Percentage, relative terms given. And what are they asking? Sir, percentage. Relative term also they are asking. Relative given, relative asking, meaning we can use what? We can very simply use 100. No, like this X, Y, Z, anything is required. Nothing required, sir. Anushag, let's see, brother. Let's see. So what you will say? Sir, if C is 100, then A is how much, sir? 15% less, meaning, sir, 85. B will be what, sir? 32% less than 100, meaning, sir, 32% less means 68. They are asking B is what percentage less than A? Sir, how much less? Sir, 17 less than A. Whatever is after than, that is always your base, brothers and sisters. Whatever is after than, that is always your base or denominator, whatever you call it. So 17 is what percentage less than 85? 85 is base. So into 100. This is 5 times. 5 times meaning, sir, definitely 20%. So Anusha was 100% correct. Option number 2, 20 is most definitely your correct answer. It is most definitely your correct answer. Very, very, very simple. Moving on, sir. Next one. Sir, again, very simple question, this one. Do this, please. Based on income and spending, income expenditure based question. Please do this. 30 seconds, mein. Please do this within 30 seconds, sir. थर्टी सेकेंड सर, जल्दी से. चलो 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 सर, चलो. Answers, answers, answers. Answer, sir. Anita runs a fashion boutique. Her expenses are under the following heads: 30% purchase, 40% payment to tailors, 30% electricity and rent. Total expenditure is given. Achha, you see 30, 30, 40, so 100 is gone. 100% ही दे दिया. Then how much did she incur on payment to tailors? So this is a very simple question. Tailor payments were 40%. Sir, 40% means 2/5 of what? Of the total, sir. 2/5 of the total is 50,000. Because please understand, the only thing we checked was this. Sir, 30% plus 30%. 60 plus 40 is 100. So meaning this is the total expenditure. Nothing left. So that means 40% is the payment. So ye to, sir, 20,000. This is actually a very simple question. Much simpler than what I actually thought. Much simpler than even what I thought. Right? Chalo. Next one. Next one, sir. Sir, consumption-based question. Consumption-based question. I will show you one technique which will take care of everything. Any question of this type. समझो sir. देखो, everyone. If you don't know, listen to me for next couple of minutes, everyone. Price of the sugar goes up by 30%. By what percentage should Sita reduce her consumption so that the expenditure does not increase? Sir, only one thing here you need to know. Sir, expenditure is equal to what? It is equal to, sir, price of any item into its consumption, sir. Meaning how much is the price and how much of that item I am using or consuming. Okay. So now if I know that, so you see what I'll do. I will just take a simple thing. Sir, initial values ratio final values. So, sir, you will say, sir, price, consumption, and expenditure. I've just taken three heads. So we know price into consumption is equal to expenditure. We know this. We know this, sir. So price of sugar goes up by this. So 30% means 3 by 10. This means 3 divided by 10, sir. Correct? So meaning initially if the value or the price of the sugar was 10, now it will increase by 3. So the final price is 13 rupees, sir. 3 rupees more. Now, expenditure, what happened? Sir, it does not increase, meaning it is constant, meaning it is same for initial and final. So this is 1:1, sir. 1:1, sir, meaning equal. Now, what will be consumption? Sir, from here, can I say consumption then will be expenditure divided by price, sir. It will be expenditure divided by, sir, price. And if I use this 1 divided by 10 ratio, here 1 divided by 13. Or if you just write this properly, crisscross, it will always be crisscross. So 13:10, sir. Meaning what happened to my consumption? My consumption decreased by 3 units. My consumption actually decreased by 3 units. So percentage change, sir, it decreased by 3 units by initial was 13 units. Percentage is 100, sir. So 300 by 13. 300 by 13, चलो 7.69 होता है सर. 2023 ऑलमोस्ट. चलो एक बार करके एग्जैक्ट वैल्यूज है. 13 2s are 26, 40. 3 whole 1 by 13, sir. 23 whole 1 by 13%, which is option number 1, sir. Which is option number 1. Now, someone will say, sir, shortcuts bataiye. Sir, shortcuts. If you want to know shortcuts of this, if expenditure is constant, sir, price ratio and consumption ratio, they are always inverse. You see, we got that only. So 10:13, you see, finally we got 13:10. You can write this directly. If expenditure is constant, these two will always be inverse. It is 13:10, so 10:13, it will be 13:10. You can do this. Another shortcut, sir. If price goes up by X%, the consumption comes down by 100x by 100 plus X%. Direct answer, sir. But again, these methods, I'm just telling you guys, I don't recommend. Okay? If you, because please understand, the next question that we'll do, they will say overall, sorry, they're not this one. Or nahi hai kya? अरे नहीं है. Sorry. Acha. Let's say, just understand. If I say here, this person, Sita, can afford a 10% increment, 10% increase in expenditure instead of the expenditure being constant. If she can afford an like 10% increment, then tell me what will be the like percentage reduction in consumption. Then you are kind of you are in a bad place, because none of these two shortcuts that I've just told it will work. These shortcuts will only work if this thing is there. Expenditure is constant. But again, like nobody has told you that always it will be constant. What if Sita's expenditure increases? Sita can afford a 10% increment in expenditure. देखो सर क्या होगा? Let's do the same question. Let us do the same question. Sir, initial, final. I'm just doing it very identically so that everybody can understand. Sir, price into, sir, consumption equal to, sir, expenditure. Sir, what I just said, sir, this has price was increased by how much? 30%. Meaning if my price was 10 rupees, it has been increased to 13 rupees, just as the previous one. Now, I can now afford, or Sita can now afford a 10% jump in his or in her expenditure. 10% stands for 1 by 10. So meaning if her initial expenditure was 10 rupees, now she can afford to manage to make her expenditure as 1 rupee more, meaning 11 rupees. Plus, please understand, but still we are not enough. So here again we need the concept. Consumption will then be what? Expenditure by price. 10 by 10, which is 1, sir. Ratio. This will be 11 by 13, sir. So if you take this ratio, crisscross you do. So 13 ratio 11, sir. Reduction of 2 rupees then, or reduction of 2 units in consumption out of 13 units into 100%. This is the percentage reduction in consumption. You see, once you start solving the question in a natural way or a conceptual way, then all the changes in the question you can manage. But again, the moment you switch to only shortcuts rather than the concepts, you are kind of gone. That is what makes the difference between you getting selected and not getting selected. I always say focus on concepts. These are not lengthy. This is couple of lines only. Because at the end of the day, please understand, in your exam, if I am in your shoes, will I write all these? Pagal hu kya? I'll just write out the 4 numbers or 6 numbers. That's all. You are getting my point now. And even once you do a 10, 15, 20 questions of this type, you will not even write these thing. You will directly write this line. This is the ratio. So from there, this one, then this. And you will say 200 divided by 13%. You can do the rest of the calculations if you want. Perfect, sir. Perfect. So now again, I have given you 12 types of most important questions, and I have given you the solutions for and I've given you examples for a few of those types. We have solved almost 8-9 questions today. So you now must have a good idea of the difficulty level and stuff that you need in prelims. Please understand, in mains you just need to go one level up. You just need to go one level up, not more than that. There is not a hell and heaven difference between prelims and mains. This is not a banking examination. Banking mein the difference is very pretty big. Not in SSC or railways or any of these 4 option exams. Perfect, sir. Now, with that being said, I will then thank each and every one of you for joining me. Thoda late, I know this was a little late than my usual, but again, don't worry. Next week, again, next Monday onwards, I'll again come on time at 5 o'clock. There was an emergency today. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I will again see you guys then on Monday. Till then, please take care. And if you've loved the session, please do hit the like before you guys leave. And if you have any queries, any comments, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section. I will be more than happy to reply. So thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye from my end. Thank you.